Let's all go to the YouTube. Let's all go to the YouTube. Let's all go to the YouTube and watch a review show.
Yeah, man. Right on.
Welcome to another episode of Captain Bill.
And Big Shot Joe.
Watch a movie.
Watch a movie.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
This week, or this time, not this necessarily this week, this episode, we reviewed a movie I found
At random.
at random on Redbox. I was checking Redbox online, as
Yeah.
I sometimes do,
Mm-hmm.
seeing what movies they had for sale, that they had marked down. And I come across this one called The Girl on the Third Floor.
Pray tell, Bill.
And it said Phil Brooks, and I was like, wait a minute, Phil Brooks.
Who is Phil Brooks?
I was like, is that the same? Let me check this out.
And so
Phil
he
Brooks,
did.
as some of you may or may not know, is a former wrestler, former
WWE
UFC
superstar,
punching
UFC,
bag.
You punching bag. Yeah.
CM Punk. Phil Brooks, his real name.
Cult of personality, CM Punk.
So I was like, whoa, and I watched the trailer. And the trailer seemed really interesting. It was like, wow, this is wild. First of all, for one, I didn't know CM Punk made a movie.
That's pretty good.
And two,
considering we are a wrestling
this
podcast show.
really looked like the kind of movie that we would watch and review.
Absolutely.
So I was like, what the hell? I'll roll the dice on $5.
He spent
So I bought
$4.99.
it. $4.99. And I bought it. And we watched it. And I don't regret my decision.
I don't either, Bill. It was a good choice.
Yeah. So,
Good choice.
here we are. We are going to review Phil CM Punk Brooks and The Girl on the Third Floor.
Dun dun dun. Let's move on.
Oh,
Okay, he's good. Sorry,
I
guys.
was letting him do his thing.
We're back. All right,
Sorry.
and let's move on.
I was doing the freeze frame thing, while people get ready for
The 5-second pose.
Yeah. So Giuseppe's gonna knock you in the noggin with some details on the movie. Down with your bald-headed dill-hat having self. Let's all take a moment to look at his head. Cause
That's right. Let it out. Let it out.
He was feeling conscious about subconscious about not having a hat. So
Look, I always wear my hat.
I just want to point it out.
It's very rare you see Big Shot Joe.
So leave a comment if you want about his funny shaped head.
It's no secret Big Shot Joe usually wears a hat. So, it's very rare.
Not all of us can have a pretty skull.
So, The Girl on the Third Floor
Yeah, tell us about it, man.
came
Let
out
the people
March
know.
10th, 2019. Cast, as you already know, CM Punk's in it, along with an actress, Sarah Brooks. No relation to Phil Brooks. I looked into it. I just thought it was unique.
Yeah.
2 actors in the lead roles, got the same last name. Anyways, it's only an hour and 33 minutes, so it's not like you're going to be sitting there all day just waiting for the movie to be over. It's pretty good, and it keeps you entertained. So.
Yeah. It's a little slow going at first.
Yes.
But once the weird stuff starts happening, it's
You'll
pretty
know.
consistent.
Oh, you'll know. Director was Travis Stevens. Funny fact about him, this is actually his very first directorial debut.
Directorial debut.
Well, technically not his very first directorial debut. It is his directorial debut.
Yes.
I
Yes,
screwed
this
that
is
one
his
up.
first movie. His first shot at directing a movie.
And who else's
And
first
it is
movie?
also CM Punk's first acting
Gig.
role. Yes.
Movie.
It's his
Yep.
acting debut. So, all things being considered, man, it's not He did a pretty good job. You know,
Yeah,
he did pretty well with his acting.
he did. He
I
really
thought.
did.
And I thought the movie was done well.
Oh yeah,
So
I liked the whole, the whole revealing the story as the movie goes. I know a lot of movies are like that, but I like the whole, you're finding out more to the story.
Yeah, they don't give you
Makes
everything
you
at once.
invested, into the characters.
You learn.
You'll learn as you go.
So the premise of the movie is,
Why don't you tell us, Bill?
you don't. It starts out with the Phil Brooks, the main character Don is his name in the movie. He shows up at this house.
That needs a lot of work.
He comes in. Yeah, exactly. This old, house, probably built in the 20s, 30s.
Early 1900s.
Definitely early 1900s. But he starts working on it, and you see him on the phone, talking to his wife who's pregnant.
FaceTiming.
So you don't really know, exactly what's going on. You just know that he bought this house, and that he was getting it ready for his wife who was coming with, had a baby on the way. So he was trying to get things ready for, her and the baby. And no, I'm good. Thank you. So he's there by himself, and working on the house and fixing things. There's some things are just there's some things that are off right from the start. It's just him and his dog.
Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper is the dog's name.
Mm-hmm.
So it just these. You start noticing weird little things. He finds out, he slowly discovers the house that they bought used to be a whorehouse.
Well, that's revealing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you learn that in the very beginning, right when he's at the bar at the bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
The guy tells him about the whorehouse. So, I mean, you learn that pretty much within the first...
So no spoilers
there. You learn that within the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie.
It's interesting, though. It adds to the mystique of the film.
Yeah. So... It's just like that. He slowly starts learning little bits and pieces and starts seeing weird, things, and weird stuff starts happening, and it really slowly progresses. And then he meets the Sarah Brooks, her character.
Which was surprisingly enough Sarah in the film. Her name's Sarah.
Yeah.
In the film, so they just used
her
real
he meets her.
first
She's
name.
outside. She's outside when he comes. He's working on pipes and something blows in. Goo and sludge and shit fly out all over him, and he runs outside. Take his shirt off, rinsing his head under the faucet, and that's when he meets the Sarah character. She's outside. She's talking to him, and
I mean, she's a knockout.
Yeah, she's an attractive little blonde. So they talk for a minute, and then he goes back to work, and she goes on, and then she shows up again. He sees her again, like maybe the next day, the next night. He goes outside and for his dog, and his dog is down there, and she's petting the dog, and so that's where she enters in, and well, I'm gonna give another little something away. He does a bad thing, he does something he shouldn't do, and yes, he hooks up with the hot blonde.
CM Punk gets down in the film,
and
yes, he does.
And as you can just use your own imagination, that obviously,
and ironically, he is not straight edge in this
doesn't
movie.
go well for him,
CM Punk
it progresses, badly from there.
Phil Brooks, CM Punk.
Yeah, that's the thing, Mr. Straight Edge, man, and he's committing adultery, and he's drinking, and him and that chick, they were smoking a doob, before they hooked up, and it's like, whoa now.
Yep. Punk is definitely pretty much everything he's not in real life. He played in this film.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought that was kind of unique.
But
to
you know,
his- for him to play for his very first role.
you know, again, you know, going back to it being his first role and the director's first time directed a movie,
It was good.
it wasn't a bad movie. It was pretty. He did good. As I you know, reading some of the stuff about it, I think other people have mentioned and talked about it, and they're right, dude. They did a very good job in that movie with like the practical effects. You know, with the gore and stuff. Meaning, you know, it's not.
Yeah, it was.
It's not CGI. I mean, it's, you know, like when, you know, something's in the sink and they're pulling out this, you know,
Gook.
gooey, bloody, you know, clump
Hair.
of hair and sludge, you know, or, you know, just, yeah, when just.
That shit looked real.
Yeah, the house is, you know, all throughout the house, the guy keeps, house is like oozing, you know, some sort of liquid, you know, or black sludge,
But at times it produces some white stuff that kind of resembles semen.
yeah, it does.
It does. It's weird.
There's all sorts of weird,
There's some odd
weird
things in this
stuff,
movie.
but yeah, it's the kind of one you gotta watch. A lot of there's a use of mirrors. There's a lot of mirrors, and they're not. Some are hanging on the wall, but some of them are just sitting on the ground,
Just chilling.
you know, leaned against the wall. And it's one of those movies you gotta pay attention. Look in the mirrors, because sometimes you'll see
Stuff.
something in the background of the mirror that you know you don't see.
There is.
You know, it's the kind of movie that, you know, the sink's clogged and he's trying to pull something and he looks down in the sink. You know, you
Right.
see an eyeball looking up at you, you know, from down the drain. And that sort of weird kind of things.
There is my take on this movie real quick. I kind of felt like, remember when they said the house brings out the worst in you
Yes.
and people? Okay. I kind of felt a Shining type of
Yeah.
vibe
Yeah,
watching
you
the
get
film.
You do. You get this feeling almost like the house. The house is like a living thing. The house is alive.
It's something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's odd, but it's good. It's good. It's got some good jump scares.
Yep.
You know, it's got, you know, just some good, just straight out. The creepy factor was really good. You know.
Yeah, they definitely delivered on the creep factor. If you're a big horror movie fan and you like finding odd and obscure titles, movies, definitely check
Yeah,
out
and it's
this
like
movie,
it's
Girl
like
on the
the
Third Floor.
special effects and the stuff they did. They didn't go overboard with it.
No.
There was enough to convey, you know, what they were trying
A decent
to get,
horror
you know?
film. Yeah.
There was enough. It was like anything more would have been too much.
Absolutely. It's no, I honestly, man, and some of the ratings that some of these companies gave them, I just wanted to read these off real quick. You have Roger Ebert gave it a 3.4 gave it a 3.5 out of 4. You had Rotten Tomatoes actually gave it an 81%,
Yeah.
which is pretty damn good for Rotten Tomatoes. I almost said potatoes. And then IMDb gave it a 4.7 out of 10. So IMDb was not a big fan of it.
Yeah, they didn't like it as much as Robert Ebert. By the way, in case you're wondering, the movie snacks for this evening of choice was the old soft batch chocolate chips by the Keebler elves themselves.
That's right. Love me some cookies.
Those little guys sure can make a good cookie.
Yeah, they do, and they work so hard.
You know, and I don't mind. I like the soft batch chocolate chips. Chocolate chip cookies to me, man. You know, they're okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking on chocolate chip cookies. It's just not necessarily my favorite cookie. Oatmeal raisin would be my favorite cookie.
Dude, but have you had
Followed by peanut butter.
homemade
And then the lemon
chocolate
cookies.
chip cookies when your mom takes them out of the oven, very fresh? They
Yes,
sit
I
for
have.
just a few minutes.
I have.
It's one of the
but I
greatest
also liked the
feelings in the world, man.
I liked when my mom took out the warm oatmeal raisin cookies or the warm peanut butter cookies out of the same oven. And I enjoyed those ones much more than the chocolate chip.
I dig me some chocolate chip cookies.
I didn't say I dislike them. I just said they're not my favorites.
The point is,
So, but this is what we went with was chocolate chip soft batch.
this is what we settled with. Nah, good choice. Bro.
Anyways.
Good choice. So back to the movie. Honestly, man, I got to agree with you. The horror factor was there. The gore, the practical effects. They didn't do something to where it's like, oh my god, that is ridiculous.
There was nothing cheesy about the movie.
It
That's
it
the
didn't.
thing.
Yeah,
There was zero cheesy factor to that movie.
and it was filmed good quality.
The story was kind of cool.
The story was
You
very
know,
interesting.
like I said, really, my only critique of it was it was a little slow going in the beginning. It took a little time, you know, to get to where it was going.
Some movies, though, man.
But once it got there,
Then it was good. But some movies, they pull. Let me just say this. So Bill didn't want to tell me what the movie was. He
No,
texted me. He goes, I got a surprise for you for when we do our next movie review. I said, okay, cool. And so I'm waiting. He wouldn't give me a hint, nothing. Well, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard, but we do a wrestling podcast called 3, 2, 1 Screw Throwdown. And
it's true. We do.
We're huge wrestling
We
fans.
do. We
So
are.
he saw this
We
in
are.
Redbox. Like he said, he came across it. I come over, turns on the movie.
Joey once gave a hand job to JBL.
What? The fuck? Anywho, I needed the money. So that did not happen, ladies and gentlemen.
You know,
Anywho.
he has such delicate, dainty little hands. You know.
Stop talking about my hands, bro. Anyways, but what I'm saying is that
Wow, this just took a turn.
yeah, it did. I forgot what the hell I was saying. Thanks, Bill. Thanks a lot.
You were talking about CM Punk.
See, yeah, CM Punk. So we're watching the film. The credits are going, and I read and I go, Phil Brooks. I go, is it CM Punk? Do you think? And Bill's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I said I seriously doubt that that's the
CM
that's
Punk.
the Phil Brooks that they're talking about. He's like, yeah, you're probably right.
And then he shows up on the screen, CM Punk. So I was surprised. I didn't know he had done a movie. I got to agree with you. He's a decent actor. He's good. I mean, you know, when you come from the world of pro wrestling, though, you know, those guys, yes, things are scripted or whatnot, but they learn how to build character. They learn how to act. You know, they learn that. I mean, that's why The Rock was so successful, man. You know, it's just Batista,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm just glad to see that, you know, this is work. You know, it went well for him because you know he was successful in WWE,
Yep.
and he decided to move on from there into the world of UFC.
That didn't work out so well.
It did not.
Did not work out so
It
hot.
did not. If
I give him credit.
if the ultimate goal of UFC was to get beaten, bloodied, and have your face swollen up,
He'd be the world champ.
yeah, then he kicked ass, man. He kicked some serious ass.
Yeah, but CM Punk.
But yeah, so I guess he's decided, you know what?
We still give
What
him
the
credit,
hell?
though, man.
I'm gonna give acting a try, and you know what?
Wasn't bad.
He did a good job.
You got to give him credit for UFC, though. I mean, to step in the ring with these fighters. These
Yeah,
guys
he
are the
gave it
greatest
a
fighters
shot,
in the
but
world. You know. But yeah,
I mean, honestly, the only way that his matches in the UFC could have gone worse was if he would have died in the ring.
Wow.
I mean, the dude was beat upon unmercifully
He was
in
pretty
both
bloody.
matches.
He was pretty bloody. But
So.
the thing,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. In a UFC fight, he kicked my ass, but he did not fare well in the ring,
Octagon.
in the octagon. Excuse me.
Yes.
But in the ring of acting,
You did all right.
he did pretty good, man. He definitely earned.
He all right. Nah, it was honestly, I recommend it, folks.
He did good enough that if I see another movie starring Phil Brooks, I'll check it out. I definitely would.
Yeah.
And it seems fitting that he did a horror movie.
It does. You know, I was thinking the same thing, man. I'm like, I can't see him doing a comedy.
Because really, the only other ones that I can think of that did horror movies, the only other like wrestler that did a horror movie is
Kurt Angle did one.
a horror movie.
It was very, very bad. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
WrestleManiac with Rey Mysterio.
oh, the not Rey Mysterio Jr., the other Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Yeah.
His uncle.
Yeah. I had that movie one time. I don't know what happened.
You
to
gave
it.
it to me.
Oh, that's right.
We
so
should
he's
do
got
that
it.
movie.
Yeah, but Kane. Kane's the other one I was gonna say that did a horror movie.
See No Evil.
Exactly.
Very good film.
I
We should
own
do that one too.
I own that movie. So yeah, it was like you said. It was good. It was good.
What would you?
They actually made marbles creepy.
Yeah, man. Watch out for them marbles, dude.
Yeah.
What would you? Let me ask you something. On our scale, what would you give it for the 5 popcorn buckets?
I'm giving. I'm giving it 4 1/4 buckets with extra butter.
I was sitting right at 4.
4
I give it 4.
4 1/4 with extra butter.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4. It was
Just your standard amount of butter.
yeah, just the standard,
I'm giving it an extra. I'm giving an extra shot to my 4 1/2.
Just a little bit up. I get it, but no, I stand at 4. I think it was good. I mean, 4 out of 5. That's pretty damn good.
Not as good as 4 1/4 with extra butter, but
No, but it's still good.
still good. Still good.
So, right on.
You did well. So.
Yes, sir.
So, what we got going here is we began going through and cataloging. If you mind handing me that green notebook, sir. We began cataloging some of all the movies that I got, and yeah,
Don't give anything
we ain't even touched the surface, but so far, just of the ones that we've cataloged, we have chosen, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 26 movies
Hi, Chihuahua.
that we want to do reviews of. So
It's a lot.
we got a lot here, and there's still a lot more to go through and catalog.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
There's that.
we're gonna have
A lot of films coming your way.
a lot of material for us to go over. I mean, and we got horror movies we got like monster type horror movies. We got some slasher type.
We got some
horror
comedies.
movies. We got some adventures. We got comedy.
Action. Suspense. The list goes on.
Most of these ones though are all horror and
Well,
monster, supernatural, because that's what we cataloged first. But yeah, no, we got plenty of action and
well,
comedy and.
to add to that, I just do want to say, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell,
yeah,
and the thumbs up like button, showing your support for the 321 crew. So, I
And the bell icon.
And
you want to click the bell icon.
Absolutely, so you can hang on to all of 321
Yeah,
Screw's
it's that way-
latest videos
That
that
way
we
they
bring
let you know. When
right here in the
something's popped up.
321 Screw studio.
The lush, the lavish accommodations here at the 321 Screw Studios.
But let us know in the comments, what movies would you guys like to see us review? If it's something
Yeah.
random, something we haven't seen, we're gonna review it.
You never know. Give us some suggestions. The next movie we watch might be the one that you chose.
Absolutely.
Or we may just ignore your choice completely and never even mention what you said. Who knows? It's a roll of the dice, man. It's a gamble.
This is what I go through every time, folks.
Oh man.
Nah, man, I tell you what, though, CM Punk, an actor, I could see it happening.
Yeah.
I could see him making a few more films.
Yeah.
You know what,
the
though?
thing is he's going to go in a. He'll
you
be
know-
a different type of actor. You got your Rock and your John Cena's and those. It's
Batista's.
yeah, Batista. There's that.
Triple H in his one movie.
But the style, the
No,
types
he's
of
been in a
movies,
few. I
that
take that back.
they do. I don't necessarily see Punk. I see him doing more like this kind of stuff, drama.
There is one thing, though.
suspense.
There is one thing
He might do some action, but
There is one thing I did forget to tell you about Punk. We were talking about what he did after WWE. He also wrote a series of comics for Marvel.
yeah.
He did some of Thor. He did his own, story for Thor. He did illustrations, and so I mean, Punk is branching out in a lot of other things, and you know what, dude? Right on. But you know what, dude? I like CM Punk. I think, you know what? I'm glad he's happier. I'm glad he's happy doing what he's doing. Some guys, they get burnt out. And that's what happened to him in the WWE. So, like I said, what I go through every time, folks. Did you take a cookie out?
I did.
Alright, can I see that?
Yeah.
Please give me that damn thing. So, but no, you know what? So I commend him for that. He's going out, he's doing different things. Now he's in acting, so who knows, man? Just don't pull a Sly Stallone and do a porno movie because you need the
The
money.
sky's the limit.
Alrighty then. So, Bill, what do you say we wrap this thing up? What are you doing? I have no clue what he's doing. I have no clue what's going on with him.
He
ladies and
really
gentlemen.
does. He really does. I keep him wondering a lot.
He does.
It's
Keeps
easy
the
to
friendship alive.
Yeah. It's easy to weird him out, and I just have fun doing it.
Sometimes.
So, anyways, to wrap it all up,
Wrap it
the
up.
girl on the third floor.
Twisted.
Pretty good.
It is good.
And again, I bought it at a Redbox, so that means it's at Redbox, which means it's would be available for rental. Now, if you don't want to buy it, just go rent it. Look for it. The girl on the third floor.
That's right. Not the fourth floor
Mm-mm.
or the second floor.
Nope, you won't find them there. I
The
think
third floor.
I think it's an elderly couple on the second floor.
Yep. So, this has been another exciting edition of Cat and Bill
Oh man, that is
and Big
some
Shot
good
Joe.
beverage.
Watch a movie.
Watch a movie. Yes, we did.
All right.
Oh man, when you're just drinking and you're thirsty and it tastes so good, you just can't stop.
Yeah.
That's what just happened to me then. Finished my drink. Now I wish I had more because it was tasty and refreshing.
Good man.
So, we're gonna let you go, and I'm gonna get some more beverage. And until we meet again at the movies, we'll see you there. Next time you bring the popcorn. Deuces.